everybody, so here we are in my massage room. So for all the people that haven't had a sports massage with me, this is where I normally do the sports massages and my pregnancy massages and my one-to-one yoga and Pilates. So obviously we're in an awful predicament at the moment, and I know it's going to feel really hard to be motivated through these next weeks. I know I'm going to struggle to keep motivated because I know when I go to the gym I've got to do my workout. So I'd like to say a big thank you for all the lovely kind messages I've received from you all, and some of the messages have brought tears to my eyes. It's a horrible predicament to be in for anybody, but I think especially for people who work for themselves, who knows that their job security is just suddenly gone. From having such a lovely little business to 90% of my work just being taken away from me within under a week is very scary. Anyway, deep breath. So I'd like to thank everybody that's watching this video right now, and I'm going to be doing some yoga with you. So with the yoga we're going to be doing today, it's just going to be a small intro into yoga. And I'm going to be teaching you how to do sun salutations. Now I know some of you are going to be thinking, oh Claire, I know this already. But I just want to go through the alignments a little bit more. And because it's almost like a one-to-one, even though I'm not with you, hopefully you'll pick up a little bit more on the teaching points. Because we all, including myself, fall into bad habits. But I've also had quite a few people that have actually come to me through my email I sent and through Facebook and other social media saying that they would like to purchase some of my classes, which is really good for me. So I thought the best thing to do is to break down the yoga sun salutations. Sun salutations are a vinyasa flow. It's something we do pretty much at the beginning of a class. And I think actually when people come and do the yoga classes, it scares them quite a little bit because there's quite a lot to take in. But I'm going to keep working this way and horizontally, because sometimes when I'm facing this way, and you'll know this when I'm doing classes, you're like, what's going on behind her? So I'm hoping if I work both ways, you can see it from the front and the side profile. I'm going to do 4 sun salutation flows. The first set's going to be very nice and slow. One set means you do everything on the right leg, and then the second part of it is everything on the left leg, and that's just one flow. And then I'll do a couple more after that. This is something great for anybody who gets to the one who, oh, I feel so tired, I need a little bit more energy. It's literally 10 minutes and then you're done. So there's really no excuses for anybody not to do this. When I do my full yoga class, which I'm hoping to do a little bit later for you, I will get that sent out to you via email. And that will include these again, the sun salutations, with some asanas. And the asanas are balance poses, strength poses, and these can be done stood up or lying down, and there's some flexibility poses in there as well. I'm going to be showing lots of options, and I'm also going to be saying what you should be looking and feeling and what you shouldn't be doing, because obviously it's really quite difficult when you're at home thinking, am I doing this right? Hopefully with me and my knowledge and my teaching points, we can get through this together. I really do hope so. Please bear with me. It's been a very long time since I've done this sort of thing. When I first started in this industry, the way we passed our exams was we had to do videos like this and then send them off. They would mark it, and that's how we passed our exams. That was probably about 15 years ago. So as I say, let's see how we get on. Right, no time like present. I don't want to bore you. But make sure you're nice and comfortable on your sofa with your cup of tea or your water, because we need to stay hydrated. When we're doing the sun salutations, you want to be at the front of your mat. I'm not going to be right at the front of my mat, or else you're not going to see me. I will probably keep moving a little bit because I can sort of see that I keep losing my head. And if I go to take my arms up, you're going to be, what's she doing up there? Right, so first pose is a mountain pose, which is this. Mountain pose from the front, from the side. So we're not here, we're standing nice and tall. You're going to squeeze your legs, the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings. So quads, hamstrings at the back, glutes at the bottom. Pulling your core in, which is your tummy, and you're lengthening out through your spine, so the back of your core. rolling the shoulders up, back and down. So you're not all slumping. As you roll them back and down, you're lifting your chest up nice and high. So that's your mountain pose, looking straight out in front of you. Your extended mountain pose, I'm just going to take a step back so you can see, is taking the arms up and reaching them nice and high. They can either be touching or they can be apart. Option 1, you look straight out in front of you. Any neck issues, that's where you need to stay. Option 2, your eyes can go up to the ceiling. Okay? So we've done mountain pose, extended mountain pose. Yeah? Next movement, I'll do this from the side. So we've gone mountain to extended mountain, and we swan dive down to the floor, tucking the chin. So if there's any people out there going, oh, I can only get to about here, I can't touch the floor, all you need to do is bend the knees, just releases the hamstrings and the back. We're pulling the tummy muscles in nice and tight to protect, and the hands are on the floor. Okay? So that's your swan dive down. So I'll just do it from the front. Mountain, extended mountain, and then swan dive down. It's like you're trying to get your head as far forward as you can and then folding in half. So once we've folded in half, we are then going to go into our lunge. One leg goes back and it's nice and straight. So a lot of people in class do tend to do this sort of kind of thing. Let's see if we can push that heel away, really lengthening out through the hamstring here and through the back leg. And then if you notice, this knee is directly over the ankle. My head is above my heart and my heart is above my waistband. Yeah? If you struggle with this, you can put that knee down, but hopefully just here. From there, we then go into a downward facing dog pose. So with downward facing dog, their hands are pushed into the floor. Their heels are pushed into the floor. A lot of you are probably going to be quite high because you're tight in your calves and your hamstrings. We're going to try and drive those heels down. Trust me, if you're doing this in the morning, you'll know about it because your body is tight. We're going to tuck that chin right in, lengthening out right through the posterior chain, pulling the tummy muscles up nice and strong as we do. Yeah, so that is your downward facing dog. My ears are between my arms, so I'm looking behind me. From there, we then come forward into plank. So if you notice now, the head stays in last. I'm surging forward with my shoulders. My shoulders are now over the top of the wrist, not in front. Yeah, tummy and butt are nice and tight. And I'm like a plank of wood, not bent or sinking. Yeah, nice and strong. So I'm squeezing the muscles in my legs and my glutes and my tummy. The knees come down and the toes relax. Now there's quite a strong strength pose coming up in a minute. Option 1 is, if we know we haven't got much strength in our body, we lower the elbows, we go all the way down, then the hands come to our sides. You see how my elbows are lifted? They're in nice and close, and then I roll my shoulders up, back and down. But I'm not pushing through my hands. This is called baby cobra. We either have baby cobra or we have upward facing dog. Shoulder wrist alignment, you can see that straight down line. Knees can be down or knees can be lifted. There's a lot of compression in your lower back on this one, so be careful. Just going to show you this pose from the front. So I'm just going to go from downward facing dog. I've come forward into plank, I've put my knees down, I've lowered halfway. I can either go elbow, elbow, or I can go into crocodile and then into baby cobra. Yeah? So from the side, option 1, elbow, elbow, and then lower yourself down, or crocodile, hips are high, sweep that chest through into baby cobra. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you this from downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, into plank, knees come down, toes relaxed, crocodile or elbow, elbow, sweep that body through, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Any weight in the hands? No. That's what you should have said no, by the way, if you're on the sofa. From there, lift up onto the knees, tuck the toes, and we're going to reverse those steps back. So can you remember what this was called? Downward facing dog. From there, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, bring that right foot through, and we're back into our lunge. Now, I personally think this is the hardest bit for any beginner, and sometimes people have been doing yoga for quite a while. To get that leg through takes quite a lot. So most of you might end up doing this. Lift, ooh, what's gone wrong? So all we need to do is we put the knee down, literally pick that foot up and bring it through. So I'll just show you that from the front. Downward dog, the foot's got stuck, drop, take your hand, lift it up, bring it through, lift the knee. We then come back into our forward fold, nose to knees. Then from there, we lift all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Extended mountain, and then we go again. We swan dive down to the floor. I just realised you didn't see my head then. Bending the knees, coming back up out of that pose. Hopefully, that's given you a little bit of what I'm just about to do. So I'm going to do 3 flows, back to back. So we're in about, let's have a look, 11 minutes of this video. So if you know every morning you want to do 3 flows of sun salutations, put this video on at about 11 minutes into it and you'll be at perfect timing to do this. All you need is your mats, you don't need any of the equipment. If you're hardcore, you don't even need a mat. I'm going to do all these from the side. Hopefully that will make a little bit more sense when you're following. Let's hope I don't headbutt the wardrobe, yeah? Actually, should I go this way? I think I will actually. Right, fingers crossed I don't take anything out because I'm not used to this. So, right at the front, mountain pose, we breathe in. Exhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, take your right leg back and your knee should be over your ankle. And remember that back leg, push it away nice and long, head above your heart. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog, driving those heels into the floor. Let's come forward into plank. Squeeze the bottom, squeezing the tummy. Knees come down, toes relax. We lower halfway crocodile and then we sweep that body through into baby cobra. If you're regular to yoga, you can go into your upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Remember this tricky bit? Let's lift those heels first, bend the knees, drop the hips, eyes forward. Right foot comes through. Remember, if you struggle, drop the knee, pick it up, bring it through. Push that opposite heel away. Back leg comes in, we fold in half, nose to knees. Let's reach up nice and high out the rib cage. A little baby back bend. Squeeze the butt, push the hips forward. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, your left foot goes back. Eyes up, chest up. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Tummy and butt nice and tight as you do. Look, I'm having a baby there. Let's drop the knees, lower the toes, lower halfway crocodile. Sweep that body through into baby cobra. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. So remember, we're on the other leg. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and your left foot comes through. Again, help it if it doesn't get there. From there, bring that back leg in, fold in half, nose to knees. Bend the knees and rise, reach up nice and high. Squeeze the butt, baby back bend. Exhale and fold, round 2. Right leg goes back, eyes up, chest up. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. My mats are everywhere here, but you can't see that. Come forward into plank. Tummy and butt nice and strong. Remember, your shoulders are over your wrists. Knees come down, toes relax. Lower halfway crocodile. The hips are high, the chest is low. Elbows are in close. Sweep that body through into baby cobra. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, right foot comes through, push the left heel away. Back leg comes in and we fold in half. From there, bend the knees and rise. Little baby back bend, squeeze the butt to protect it. Exhale and fold. Inhale, your left leg goes back.
Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Knees, toes, lower halfway crocodile. Sweep that body through to baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog. Lift those heels, bend the knees, and your left foot comes through. Push that right heel away. Good. Back leg comes in, fold in half. Bend the knees and rise, class, as high as you can. Good, let's go again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg goes back. Exhale, left leg goes back. Push through those hands, get those heels down. Come forward, belly and butt tight. Knees come down, toes relaxed. Have a look at my elbows, yeah, they're right in the body. Hips high, should see my bum over my head now. Come forward, roll up, back and down, baby cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Bring that right foot through. Eyes up, chest up. Push that left heel away. Bring the back leg in. Fold in half. Bend the knees to protect. Rise and reach. Oh, you've lost my head. Exhale and fold, and I'm back again. Go back with the left leg. Last time. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Squeeze that bottom, squeeze the tummy. Knees come down, toes relax. Lower halfway crocodile. Sweep that body through into baby cobra. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees. If you need to, spring that foot forward. If not, pick it up and bring it there. Bring that back leg in. Fold in half. Bend the knees, reach. Baby back bend, squeeze the butts. And then release into your mountain pose. You've done it. What are we at? 17 minutes and 26 seconds. So 6 minutes and you've done 3 rounds. No excuses, class. I want you to tell me when you've done this and when you've watched it. That's how we're both all going to know who's doing their workouts and who isn't. So as I said before, it's going to stay really hard to keep ourselves motivated through this time. So every time you've done my video, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, I want you to message me, yeah? And at the end of each week, I'm going to be posting who's done more classes. Well, actually, no, I better not do that, I don't really, because it might get a bit wrong. Each week, I'll just be looking down to see who's doing their workouts or not. So I won't shame anybody. But it'd be really nice to get feedback from you. And it'd be really nice for you to let me know how you're getting on. It's the only way we're going to be staying in touch at the moment. We're not going to be in and out of people's houses. It's going to be good for us to have conversations on the phone, WhatsApp, texts, emails, Messenger. There's loads of ways now that we can stay in touch. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to hopefully go and have something to eat and then come back later and do the full yoga class, which is going to be 50 minutes. Just to let you know, guys, the relaxation won't be at the end because I'm going to do that separately. I've also decided as well, I'm going to put a stretch class in every week because a lot of people have requested this. So we're going to be having Monday yoga, which I'm going to be filming on a Sunday. Tuesday, we're going to be doing a HIIT class. You don't need any equipment for HIIT, so you'll be able to do this indoors and outdoors. Brilliant with the kids. Then we're going to be doing Pilates on a Wednesday. Then we're going to be doing another HIIT class. Then we're going to be doing some kind of legs, bums and tums. I'm going to do some options with equipment, but you'll be able to do all the exercises without. There's going to be a stretch class each week, and then there's going to be the relaxation. The relaxation I will probably actually only do once because it never really changes, does it? So with the relaxation, all I would say is be somewhere quiet. Get the kids to do it with you at an end of the night, especially when you know they're finding it hard to unwind, or you're finding it hard to unwind. It's going to be really stressful out there for us all at the moment. So I need you to look after yourselves, your mind and your body.
Bye for now, guys. Thanks for watching.